Good day, viewers. Welcome to another episode on Grammar Genius with me, Imran Sidi Ahmad. In today's episode, we are going to look at what? Regular versus irregular verbs. Just like the way we did with regular versus irregular nouns, we are going to look at regular versus irregular verbs here. So now, regular verbs. Regular verbs are simply verbs that take their what? Past forms that form their past forms using a predictable manner or way, meaning that what they have a conventional way of forming their past forms and past participle forms. For example, we have the meaning here. Regular verbs follow a predictable pattern in the formation of their past tense. All right, this consistency is what? By adding ed to the base form for the past tense. For example, walk as in walking. We form the past tense using what? Adding the ed to make it walked. Now, I walk to school every day. I walk to school every day. He walked his dog in the park. He walked his dog in the park. Talked. She talks on the phone for hours. She talks on the phone for hours. Talks. All right, since it's what? Third person singular, takes the singular form with s, talks. So the past tense will be what? We talked about our day at dinner. We talked about our day at dinner. All right, past tense. Right, this is the conventional way. Now, just like what we did in regular and irregular nouns, that there are certain rules guiding the formation of what? Regular nouns and irregular nouns in their formation. We have the same thing here. If you haven't watched the video, you go back and watch the video on regular and irregular nouns in our previous sessions. Now, here we have some verbs that end with consonant. All right, they end with consonant plus y at the end. If they end with consonant plus y at the end, therefore the y will change. It is usually changed to what? I, before adding the ed suffix. This rule maintains consistency in pronunciation. For example, study becomes studied. Study becomes studied. You see the y here, like we said, coming after a consonant d. All right, it will be changed to I, then we add ed at the end. Study becomes studied. I want to study at Cambridge University. I want to study at Cambridge University. You see, study with y blue here, right? Then here we have he studied medicine. He studied medicine. The I has been changed to what? I. The Y has been changed to I. Then we have our ed suffix. Carry becomes carried. Carry becomes carried. Consonant R, then Y. Then here we have the Y changing to I. Then we have our suffix ed. Examples. Help me carry this basket. Help me carry this basket. The Y here is written with a blue ink. Then here we have he carried the basket by himself. He carried the basket by himself. Here we have the Y here changing to I in green ink. Then we have our suffix ed. Worry becomes worried. Worry becomes worried. I don't want you to worry. I have things under control. I don't want you to worry. I have things under control. Worry with Y in a blue ink. He looked so worried. He looked so worried. Here we have the I here replacing the Y, and then we have our suffix ed. Now, here are some more examples on words that end with a consonant Y and change Y to I plus ed past form. We have more of the examples. Now, study becomes studied. Carry becomes carried. Worry becomes worried. Try becomes tried. Marry becomes married. Marry, married. Apply becomes what? Applied. Apply, applied. Reply, replied. Hurry, hurried. Hurry, hurried. Carry, carried. Copy, copied. Copy, copied. Fry becomes what? Fried. Fry, fried. Now, some verbs that end what? With a vowel plus Y generally do not change the Y when forming the past tense. What we mean is if the Y comes after a vowel, alright, then we do not have a change in forming the past tense. For example, we only include the ed at the end. For example, we have play becomes what? Played. You can see in play, we have the Y coming after a vowel A here. So in this instance, we only add the what? Past suffix ed to the base form of the play. For example, I want to play with my kids. I want to play with my kids. The kids played with their new toys. Here we have played, the Y in blue ink plus the ed form suffix, with their new toys. The kids played with their new toys. You see here, unlike the ones, unlike the examples we just saw in the previous slide, when a vowel comes and then we have Y coming after it at the end of the word, then we do not have change of the Y. It remains as it is. Then we only add up the what? Suffix ed to it to form the what? Plural, the past form of it. Enjoy becomes enjoyed. Enjoy becomes enjoyed. I do enjoy having your company. I do enjoy having your company. Here, company do not mean, here company here in this context, it does not mean going to a company, a building. No. Meaning to have someone with you, all right, as maybe someone you talk with, someone that keeps you occupied, all right. I enjoyed your company yesterday. I enjoyed your company yesterday. Same company with this, all right, enjoyed. See? Now, we move on to irregular verbs. From the name irregular, we have regular, we know, conventional way, all right, predictable way. Irregular, meaning what? We are going to have issues here. We're going to have irregularity. We're going to have unpredictable ways of forming the past forms of the verbs. Good. Here we have that the irregular verbs do not follow what? A standard pattern in forming or in the formation of their past tense. No fixed rule for past tense. It varies. Example. Go becomes what? Went. Go becomes went. It's not go, it's go, 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 go. Go becomes went. I go to the store every day. I go to the store every day. Sorry, every week. Every week. I go to the store every week. Yesterday, we went to the beach. Yesterday, we went to the beach. Go becomes went. Another example. Run becomes ran. Run becomes ran. He runs in the morning. He runs in the morning. Yesterday, they ran a marathon. Yesterday, they ran a marathon. All right? Drive becomes drove. Drive becomes drove. We drive to work together. We drive to work together. She drove us to the airport. She drove us to the airport. Write becomes wrote. Write becomes wrote. All right? I write a blog every week. I write a blog every week. She wrote a beautiful poem. She wrote a beautiful poem. Right? So you see, write, wrote. She wrote a beautiful poem. Now, changes on irregular verb words. Here are a few common patterns or types of changes irregular verbs might undergo. Vowel changes. For instance, sing, base form, becomes sang. Sing, sang. Changes in vowels. Alright, sing becomes sang. Run becomes ran. Run, ran. Drink becomes drank. Drink becomes drank. Then we have consonant plus vowel change. In these examples, we're going to see changes in both consonant and vowel change. All right. Buy becomes bought. See here, buy we only have what? Vowels, but here we also have a consonant included. Bought. Tell becomes what? Told. Tell becomes told. We have change in E becoming O. We have change in the last L becoming D. See? Bring becomes brought. Bring becomes brought. The entire ing here is being substituted with what? This ought with T at the end. Say. Say becomes said. Say becomes said. Alright? Only the Y being changed with additional I and D. Lay becomes laid. Lay becomes laid. Entirely different word. Now we're going to see changes in the entire word. Like go becomes went. Be becomes was or were. Do becomes did. Have becomes had. Make becomes made. Say becomes said. Get becomes got. Give becomes gave. Take becomes took. Now we have same word for both present form and the past form. Cut. It appears as such in both present and past form, base form and past tense. All right, cut. Hit. Hurt. Let. Put. Set. Cost. Bet. Shut. Now read. In this form, it remains as such, read, but pronounced differently in the past tense. It becomes read. Read, all right, in written form. It appears such in written form in both present tense and past tense. But in spoken, all right, it's read in present form, and in past tense it's read. Now, unpredictable changes. We have words with unpredictable changes. Take, took. Lose, lost. Choose, chose. Swing, swung. Feed, fed. Lead, led. Light, lit. Flee, fled. Build, built. Build, built. Deal, dealt. Deal, dealt. Dream, dreamt. Dream, dreamt. Mix and match. Now let's try to mix the present and past form of the regular and irregular verbs and see how they come up. All right. She studied for hours and then drove to the library. She studied for hours and then drove to the library. Here we have what? Regular, and then we have irregular. Drove. We talked about our favorite books and ate dinner together. We talked about our favorite books and ate dinner together. See, we have regular, irregular. Yesterday, I walked to the park and ate ice cream. I walked to the park and ate ice cream. All right? Regular, irregular. Last weekend, they played basketball and sang karaoke. They played basketball and sang karaoke. Regular, irregular. Now, this brings us to the end of this session of regular and irregular verbs. Now, here's a challenge for you. Create 3 sentences using irregular and irregular verbs altogether, just like the way we did, differently from ours. You can choose from the above examples we've given. Create your own sentences, write them in the comment section. Also, if you have any comments, contribution, or questions, do write them in the comment section. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.